Hello guys, I'm Anonymous. I'm back with another awesome video. Hope you are having a fantastic day. Well, today's video was to be on PC optimization. I am sorry for that, but don't worry, I'll upload in coming days. In today's video, you'll get to know top 3 best open world game like GTA 5 and even better. It takes me a lot of effort for making these videos. So don't forget to subscribe my channel as I upload more and even better content. All these games are playable on a low-end PC with minimum specs. Now without wasting time, let's get started after the intro. On number 3 spot, it's Just Cause 2. Just Cause 2 is a third-person action-adventure game in which players control Rico Rodriguez, field operative of the agency, in an effort to overthrow the island dictatorship of Panama, an open world for players to explore. The game has 3 types of missions. Agency missions advance the story and are the game's main campaign. Faction missions task players to assist the game's 3 factions, and Stronghold missions task players to infiltrate government bases and liberate them for the factions. To advance through the campaign missions, a player must earn Chaos Points, a progression system introduced in the game. Players earn Chaos Points for completing missions and destroying designated government property. As the number of Chaos Points increases, the factions gain influence and the government begins to collapse. In addition to typical missions, Just Cause 2 has race challenges which give players cash. The game's open world is free for players to explore when they are not on missions. There are a variety of landscapes, including deserts, mountains and jungles, and over 300 places. The settlements contain government properties, which can be destroyed, and unlockables such as cash stashes and weapon, vehicle and armor parts. Finding all the collectibles and destroying all the government properties will help players liberate a settlement and receive Chaos Points. When players create chaos or enter restricted areas, they generate heat noticed by hostile government militants. The heat decreases when the player evades them. The map is Rico's PDA, with points of interest including mission locations, settlements, military outposts, race challenges and the player's progress. Waypoints may be set on the PDA. Players can use a variety of weapons to fight enemies. The game features a large arsenal of weapons, from 2-handed pistols to rocket launchers, and a variety of sea, land and air vehicles. Players can drive them, jump on top of them or hide in front of them while they are moving, and hijack enemy vehicles, triggering a series of quick-time events. Initially, the player must acquire weapons and vehicles in the field. Early in the game, they encounter a black market supplier from whom weapons and vehicles can be purchased, with optional delivery to the player's location by helicopter. As more Chaos Points are gained, additional weapons, vehicles and an extraction option become available on the black market. All black market weapons and vehicles can be upgraded in steps with weapon and vehicle components in the game world. Over 2,000 parts may be acquired. Players use a beacon to access the market. Just Cause 2 includes a grappling hook enabling players to tether objects together. In a high-speed vehicle chase, a player can use the grappling hook to attach the pursuit vehicle to the ground, forcing it to stop and often damaging it by flipping. Players can also tether 2 enemies together. The grappling hook allows a player to pull himself, hold on to objects such as walls or helicopters and pull enemies towards Rico. The player has a parachute, which is always ready to be deployed even if it was already deployed moments earlier. Its map is also huge than of GTA 5. I had a great experience with this game. On number 2 spot, it's Line of Sight. Line of Sight is an online free-to-play FPS game, developed by a small independent studio, that tries to deliver many and unique features, such as detailed character and weapon customization. Line of Sight takes place in a modern military setting in a twisted reality. This game is developed by an indie without any investment, so it may disappoint you if you are looking for an FPS game that can compete with big boys. However, I hope you will love this game. If you are a classic military-styled fan, The core is built on a classic shooter experience and abilities are an optional room setting. The game follows Private Chris Egan, a sniper in the U.S. Army's 5th Special Forces based in Matrain. The game involves 12 single-player missions, each with different objectives that must be accomplished in order to complete the mission. In the majority of the single-player missions, the player is accompanied by an squad mate who can be given commands, orders. The player can switch in-game to the squad mate and play the game from their perspective. There are 2 types of enemies in line of sight: North Vietnamese Army soldiers and Viet Cong guerrillas. Missions can take place at day or at night. There are over 10 different weapons in the game, and the player can use weapons that are dropped by enemy forces. The game can be played from both first-person and third-person perspectives. The player can switch between perspectives in-game. Apart from sniper rifles, all weapons in the game are shot from the hip and do not have playable of iron sight. The cooperative multiplayer over internet cannot be played anymore as it was based on GameSpy, which has since been shut down. The size of this game is about 7 GB, but the good thing is, you can play it on a low-end PC with minimum settings. It's like a bit of Call of Duty games, but the best thing about it is you can play it for free. On the final spot, we have Far Cry 2. Far Cry 2 is a 2008 first-person shooter developed by Ubisoft Montreal and published by Ubisoft. It is the second installment of the main Far Cry series, preceded by 2004's Far Cry and followed by 2012's Far Cry 3. Ubisoft has marketed Far Cry 2 as the true sequel to Far Cry. However, the sequel has very few noticeable similarities to the original game. Instead, it features completely new characters and setting, as well as a new style of gameplay that allows the player greater freedom to explore different African landscapes such as deserts, jungles, and savannas. The game takes place in a modern-day Central African nation during civil war. The player takes control of a mercenary on a lengthy journey to locate and assassinate the Jackal, a notorious arms dealer. Far Cry 2 was released worldwide for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360 in October 2008. It is backwards compatible with the Xbox One. Far Cry 2 was met with positive reception upon its release, with critics praising the game's setting, open-ended gameplay, visuals and while criticism was directed at glitches, design choices and the writing. I recommend you to give this game a try. It's playable on the minimum requirements written in the description. So guys, that was all for today. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to hit the like button, share this video to your low-spec brothers. Now let's end the video, but before that, with all due respect, be smart, be productive, stay home and stay safe. Bye.